Alright, we're doing this live. Let's do this. Now. Now. So it's pretty comfortable. It's actually, I guess I could let a little more air out. Yeah, it's really working out pretty good.
Red Bimmer
See, I can have,
said the butler is
my
here.
laptop. The butler is here, said Red Bimmer. All right, shout out to We the People. He was the first one in. We got G-Gab, Red Bimmer has summons Bob. And I'll tell you a story about Bob here in a little bit, why he was a little upset with me this weekend and last week. We got Chris Oldman. Shout out to Chris Oldman in the chat. So we're going to get right to this. We're going to make, I'm going to tell you how we're going to do this. It's going to be a 2-ingredient pancake. So let's go grab our main ingredient. And you're going to be surprised how good they are. I could show you a picture, but we're just going to have to see this work live. So let's go grab our main ingredients, and that way we can figure out exactly. Okay, let's just play a little game first. What do you think is in the pancakes? The 2 ingredients. Let's play a little game in the chat. What 2 ingredients can you imagine that would be a superfood, health food pancake? So, and you might see a little hint here. What's the 2 ingredients? I'll just give you a quick scan there. There you go. We'll go visit the wrong camera there. The neighbors just got a solar panel system set up, so I was watching them put the solar panels on their roof. That was pretty cool. So we're going to get back to the chat and see if somebody guesses what the 2 ingredient pancakes are. Now remember, these are going to be healthy pancakes. So water and butter. Nope, Miss We the People. That's not it. Let's see. You know, we don't have Zed's art spinning here, so let's do that real quick while you're guessing. All right, why is Zed's art not spinning? Because I don't have the switch turned on. All right, switch is on now. All right, so 2 ingredient pancakes. Remember, it's going to be classified as a superfood. What would they be? What would the ingredients be? Oh, we got a little situation here. We got to fix that. It's kind of rubbing. We're going to have to take that off. We're doing this live. See, it's rubbing on my deal there. It's going to create a little situation right there. Oh well. So 2 ingredients. So alright, I guess y'all are not going to guess. Let's just go grab the 2 ingredients. So here we go. The main ingredient of this is going to be, and yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, why does he have a deep freeze in his living room? Alright, so we got to do this fast. Alright. And the reason why is you want to freeze your walnuts. And I know you're saying walnuts. And you're saying there's no background music. That's why it feels so quiet. There we go. Let's add a little bit of music here. There we go. Much better. So you want to keep your walnuts in deep freeze. This is a 1-pound bag. Okay. And we're just going to open her up like that, and we're going to immediately start processing these. 1 pound is about 4 cups. We're going to put this in courtesy of the sun power. We're going to, it's going to be this quick. This is how fast we're going to make our pancakes. So if you freeze them, they blend a lot quicker because they'll crack quicker, and it's going to work way faster, and they don't stick on the sides. So we'll do this. Get that going. See how good that works?
Janice M. said nut flour.
Okay, I can't hear Bob, so you're gonna have to hold on a second. So I can't hear Bob. Let me turn up Bob a little bit in my ear. While we're blending, it's gonna be hard to hear Bob for me. Nut flour? Nope, no flour. I don't eat gluten there, Janice. The two ingredients are, I don't know if you can hear me, 2 eggs and half a cup of walnuts. Walnut butter. And look how fast the walnut butter makes. Let me show you this. Look how quick it's making right now. It's not sticking on the side or anything. So we'll let that finish. I did some more upgrades on the system. While that's, I feel like I'm having to yell because it's so loud. So I'll just give you a quick little studio update while that's working. All right, so.
Red Bimmer said the butler's ears are hurting with that racket.
Yeah, I know. And I'll tell you why he's upset. So that I finally got more monitors in, so I can actually do a decent stream without switching stuff around. And I did some art updates, and I updated the assistant tower right there with some more art. And we got stuff here we can work with. I added some wood accents here, up there to cut down on the noise and the light from the system. We got some wood going across there to cover up some of the piping and the bamboo. So let's go check on our butter here. So it's done, all right? But we're just gonna go a little bit longer just for fun, but that's how fast it made the nut butter. So you can see on the video how fast it made. So we'll get that a little bit longer, and then we're going to be making this really quick. We'll go ahead and crack our eggs. So all we need is 2 eggs for this recipe. It's going to be that simple. These are high quality eggs. Oh, I also added a printer, a scanner, because I'm going to be doing scan art on the stream as well. I got that working. So we're going to have pancakes pretty soon. Never mind a server on my counter. That's a radio station podcast server that's going to be shipped out. Just the case. Just one of the things I've been working on. Alright, so our nut butter is done. And it'll make about, these are the big jars of like what you get peanut butter in. It'll fill it up to right there, what I just made.
Red Cactus said I am here, late but here.
Alright, look at that. Doesn't get any better than that. Look at that. So we're just going to bring that over here. This is that's how fast we made it. We're going to put that right here. We're going to go give our eggs a little attitude adjustment real quick. So let's grab. So I didn't hear what Bob said there, Red Cactus, because it was just too loud. So I haven't been able to hear Bob, but I can hear Bob now. So we're just going to do this real quick with some solar power.
Red Bimmer said, what is the temperature of the walnut butter?
I froze it. Let me check the temperature real quick. Let me get these hot rods blended up real quick.
Julie Mumford said, delicious.
Oh, it's amazing. Red Cactus, I've already given the recipe to Red Cactus, by the way, behind the scenes. I've been working on this recipe for about 7 days now to
Red
perfect
Cactus said I'm here, late but here.
it. Gotcha. So Red Cactus can tell you.
Tie Guy 266 said him, butter of the nuts. Lol.
Yeah. Feel free to tell them in the chat room, Red Cactus, how good these pancakes are, and they're good for you. Walnuts are the best nut to eat for the most part. They're high in omega-3s, and they have so many other benefits. They've been even known to cure the old C. Anyway, and not the vid, the other C. All right. So, eggs and walnuts. So you can do it like this. You can either make half of this batch. If you want to make half, you do 3 tablespoons of walnut butter with 1 egg. All right, or you do 6 tablespoons with 2 eggs. You got that? So it's 1 egg, 3 tablespoons if you just want one small pancake. If you want a huge pancake like I'm gonna make, you do 2 eggs and 6 tablespoons, or 6 tablespoons equals to about half a cup, exactly. So I'm gonna use half a cup, so I'm not sitting here measuring this all day, because I have 2 eggs and we're gonna get this going here. So yeah, walnuts are very healthy for you. So it's this simple. You think it wouldn't taste good or mix well. We're gonna use our homemade bamboo. We're just gonna put that in there just like this. And it look how quick it makes walnut butter. And I didn't put anything in here. The reason why I didn't put any salt or cinnamon is because the butter on the pancakes is gonna be salty, and I don't want my pancakes to be over salted. We're gonna go ahead and get our griddle going here. I want her to be about 300 degrees, and I'm not gonna pre-butter the griddle. We're gonna do a little experiment to see if it sticks. And it's probably not gonna stick because the oils in the walnuts are good enough. You don't need anything else. When you're making regular traditional pancakes, you have basically you're making glue for the most part, because it's wheat. It's like wheat glue. All right, there we go. That's a little bit more than normal, so we'll see what happens here. So that's half a cup with 2 eggs. This is the ingredients. This is it. This is it for your pancakes. Half a cup. Come on out of there. And then we're going to make some homemade syrup here too. So I'm not slacking on this one. Might be doing some camera shaking, but we'll fix that. There we go. Readjusted that camera a little bit. That's got a better mount system on it. So did a little upgrades while I was working on this recipe. I did some upgrades to the system. Doing a lot of multitasking. There we go. That's half a cup of walnut butter that I just made. You want to make sure and deep freeze your walnuts overnight is the best. You know, for a couple of hours at least, to get the walnuts to process like this. If you don't deep freeze your walnuts, if they're not frozen, it will not work this way. The oils will not release, they won't crack as well. It just works better, trust me on that, to make sure you freeze your nuts. Your nuts have to be cold for them to crack. So, just a little tech tip there.
Red
Same way with...
said, did you show everyone the new setup at the beginning of this stream?
I did for a second while I was blending, but I'll do it again here while we're making pancakes here. Now this is a superfood pancake. I will definitely classify this as a superfood pancake. I'm not making this up. Eggs and walnuts are classified as superfoods as far as I'm concerned. We're going to put that off to the side. Now, that doesn't look like pancake batter now, does it? No. So let's fix that. We're just 1 fork away and about 30 seconds away from this looking like pancake batter. I think, well, this is not going to look good. No, this is not going to work good, right? Now watch this. Just watch this. It's like magic. Now this is still not looking right. It looks like we're going to have scrambled eggs and nuts, right? Nope. Just give it a second. Just watch this. Please pay attention. So yeah, I added another monitor. I've been doing a lot of studio work while I haven't been live streaming. I've been taking a lot of monitors out of the living room streaming system to add to this one. I say a lot, two of a lot. But that disrupted Mother Nature in the living room, so I had to regroup. So now I'm down to 4 monitors on the workstation in the living room, which is just fine. The amount of streaming I do in there. Now look at this. Now let's just start whipping it up. See, I put this in the wrong measuring deal. This was supposed to be in the bigger one. So we're kind of dealing with a little bit much here. But look at this. Look at that. See that? Look at that. Alright, so the temperature. Oh, Red Bimmer asked me to check the temperature of the walnut butter. It's 76 degrees. So when you freeze it, it also keeps the temperature down when it blends, so it doesn't get the nuts really hot. So it's 76. So it might have been 80 at the most, but it's probably was 77. Who knows? Yeah, it's very cold. So as far as the batter itself, it's 73 because of the eggs. You want your griddle to be about 300 degrees, so we're about 300 right now. I'm not going to put any butter on here. We're going to do an experiment and see if it sticks. Now, I'm going to try to get this whole thing. Do you think I can get all this?
Red Cactus said, would you look at that knife? Wow.
Oh yeah, I found a really cool knife here. I need to clean her up and sharpen. I got a lot of cool knives like this. But yeah, this puppy is sharp, even though it's a little bit rusty.
Oldham said, I'm really digging that skinner knife there. Red Bimmer said, thank you for remembering. Fry. I use my infrared thermometer all the time.
Yep. So look at this. Look at this consistency of this batter. That's 2 cups of walnut butter that I just made with 2 eggs. That simple. Now, before we start our pancake, we got to do the right thing. Let's get our icing going so we can have a hot pancake. So the griddle is pretty good and hot. It's about 300 degrees. We'll check that before we put the pancake mix on there. But we're going to make some homemade syrup right now. And this is all I do. I take this right here and I'll kind of fold over the butter knife at the very end of where I'm going to cut, and then spin her around and then push that out, and then we got that much butter. But let's add a little bit more today. I'm feeling a little bit more buttery today, so we're going to put that in there. So there's our syrup. Alright, we could have used just half, but and then the main thing for the syrup is going to be our honey. I did put cinnamon in there before, but you don't want to do that. I made a mistake, because if you put the cinnamon in there first, it will go to the bottom. And this is the cleanest, best honey I have found. It just tastes amazing. It's cream honey, so it's not heated from what I understand. And we're just going to take a good heaping spoon of this stuff right here. Spin it around. I'm going to make sure I'm not get that on camera. There was a small camera fail. I want to put a little bit more honey this time, just for fun, because yesterday it was a little bit not sweet enough, and because we added more butter, we can have a little leftover syrup, right? So there we go. That's it. And we're going to put cinnamon on the pancakes. So we're going to get this warming up right here, just like this, right on top of the stove. It's going to work just fine. So let's see what temperature. So we can put all this stuff up now. We don't need any butter. I'm not going to put any butter on the griddle. We're going to do a test to see if the pancake will stick without butter. And another reason why I can't really put butter on it is because I'm going to attempt to put all this on the griddle and make the huge pancake. And we're going to see if it's going to work or not. So look at that, how thick that is. That's 2 cups of walnuts and 2 eggs. And I just made the walnut butter. You watch me. All right, here we go. Let's check our temperature before we put her down there. Well, we're about 400 degrees, so it'll cool off. It's a little bit hotter than I wanted it to be, but this will be a fun fail if it is. 300 is about the perfect temperature. So let's see if we can get all this on here in one shot without it flowing over the edges of the griddle.
Chris Oldham said it already looks amazing.
Oh, it is amazing. I've been eating them every day since of course, the first runs of it, I didn't have the ratios right. The reason why I made these, I was actually trying to make a truffle. How do you say that? It's like a waffle with cheese. And that's what I started to make, and I didn't really like it. So I said, okay, I'm better than this. I'm not going to follow anybody else's recipe. I'm going to make my own, like I always do. And I just started making up stuff. It's like, let me see if walnuts will work. I already have walnuts. I like to use what I got. Right now is where I need my spatula. But I don't want to get it out. We'll just keep using the fork because we have plenty of time. We still have to melt our syrup over here. But it's doing pretty good so far. I can see it melting already. And I normally don't like to eat on stream, but I'm probably going to be eating these during the stream. You can't resist. So it all fit right here on the griddle. Pancakes on the griddle. Giddy up, pop, mow, mow. Hot pockets! I need a sound effect thing for where I'm doing this. I can use my feet as a sound effect. Now you definitely want to rinse this off. Let's go do that, because this stuff will be a little difficult to wash. So you don't want the eggs, you know. You don't want eggs hanging around like that. So we'll just wash this. And before you know it, we're going to be having one of the best pancakes you've ever had. And I guarantee you the healthiest pancake you've ever had. I can say that. Walnuts are a superfood. And eggs are also good for you. So I'm pretty excited about
We the People 75 said as Fry's butler, don't forget to smash that like button like mashed taters or boiled or fried taters, but hit that like.
Yes, please. Feel free to hit that like button. It's all about the likes. Like. What's that show? Alright, so look at this hot rod. It's bubbling, just like a normal pancake. What you don't want to do is you don't want to move it around or shake it.
Said, can I use almond butter for this?
I have no idea. That's something you'll be able to experiment with it. So use the same ratio. Like I said, if you're gonna just use one pancake, but why just have one small pancake when you can have one huge one like this? If you just want one pancake with the walnuts that I use, it's 3 tablespoons of almond butter with 1 egg, or 6. But 6 tablespoons is basically half a cup. So half a cup of your almond butter, I guess, is what you want to use, and 2 eggs. All right, so I can smell her now. We're probably ready to flip because we had a good hot one. So we're just going to flip this hot rod. Let's just take a peek, just for the video.
Red Bimmer said, well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle.
That was a fail. That's great. There's a blooper for you. I flipped it too soon for the video. I would have not normally have flipped it. Look at all this waste. Come on, somebody got to laugh in the stream. I want to hear some laughing. Yeah, that was my first really big fail on this pancake. But it didn't stick, as you can see. We're doing this live. Yeah, that's the first time it's ever broken like that. But I did flip it a little bit too soon. So let me wash my hands.
Red Cactus
That really sucks.
said sorry Fry. I dislike fails.
Yeah.
Red Bimmer said laughing out loud.
There we go. That's more like it. We need to laugh about it. Yeah, well, I normally wouldn't have flipped it that quick, but I guess I am trying to rush the video. So, that's what happens when you try to rush things. So let's go over here and not get in a hurry now, because it's a little bit too late to not get in a hurry. But let's look at our icing. Not icing, but syrup. It's gonna be good. Yeah, when I'm cooking by myself off stream, things just work out better. But that's the way it is.
Kelly Wayroach said welcome to the blooper club.
Yeah. I hope did the blooper actually get caught on video when it broke? Because I'm curious, did you see the whole thing fly up and off the... Yeah, that would be, see, I really need to clean this. Because that's going to be, let me wipe that off too. So our syrup's almost done. I'm more upset about wasting that little bit of pancake than anything else. I think the blooper's funny. Yeah. Here, we should just leave the blooper mess down here.
Janice M said at least it shows you are human.
Oh, I'm definitely human. Yes, I'm not a robot. Yeah. See, this is going to be a mess here. So we're going to have to, where'd our plate go? We don't have to do any plate prep except we want the plate to be warm. But we're going to have to do some strategy here because some of that stuff I put on there after the pancake was done. So we're going to cut that off the side here. We're going to go ahead and put this hot rod. Let's make sure she's done. Oh yeah. Let's just look at the other side so you can see what we're working with. See, look at that. It doesn't get any better than that. I'm telling you. This is an amazing pancake recipe. And it would look really cool if I would not have had that blooper. So we're going to put that over here. So this part needs to be cooked as well because I just put that on there after the blooper. And normally it would not have been that dark, but I'm cooking this. You got residual heat. You can turn off your griddle there, your stove. We'll let that little bit cook. What I normally do is that big pancake is I'll cut it in half and I'll put some of the syrup on it.
Kelly Wayroach said Brett calls them happy little accidents.
Yeah, it was an accident, alright. Well, I shouldn't have been rushing it. I was like, okay, let's try to keep this stream short because we're what? 28 minutes right now. So here we go. We've made our homemade syrup right there. And we can't forget the main ingredient here. We gotta have our cinnamon. So we're gonna add our cinnamon right after we put the syrup on there. You don't want to put the cinnamon in the syrup. I've tried that and all the cinnamons just go straight to the bottom. Alright, so here's all we're going to do here. We're just going to put the butter and the honey right there on that hot cake. Look at that. You don't want to be afraid to put a lot on there. We'll turn off our grill there. Then we're going to take our happy little fail We want it to look kind of there. Look at that. I'm definitely going to take that blooper. I hope it made it on video. So we're going to put this off to the side because I want my plate to be hot because I eat slow. We're going to let that warm. And we're going to put this hot rod off to the side right here on something that can handle the heat. And just in case that stuff can't handle the heat, we're going to put it on a hot pad as well because that sucker is hot. Alright, so now we're not done. We're going to put the rest of this, we don't want any of that butter going to waste, right there. And we got all those little imperfections there for that honey and butter to go right onto. Look at that. Now, I've been eating this every day since I broke my fast. This has been my main food source. Look at that. Alright, so now what are we working with here? Let's get a fork and show you what I'm working with. We're going to move back the blooper part. We're going to just work on this first one here. Look at that. Now it's going to be hard to not get all excited when I eat this and not eat the whole thing right now. But yeah, it's really good. Wow. It's just amazing. And like I said, normally I start off with 300-degree griddle. Oh my God. And depending on if you want it thinner or thicker, when you're pouring your pancake, instead of pouring it straight into the middle, you can pour it in a circle. It'll make a thinner pancake, so it cooks better and quicker. If you want it thicker like I did, so if you want a fail and a blooper, you pour it down the middle. But this is one thing that I'm forgetting.
Red Cactus said don't overeat fry. It adds to your obesity. Rolling on the floor laughing. Chris Oldham said I wanna hope ya don't turn into a squirrel, but it might be fun to watch. Haha.
Yeah, I am fighting my little weight issue. Oh, let's talk about weight real quick. Yeah, I'm over 140 pounds. I was down to 139. I hover around 139 to 140. So I put the cinnamon on there. And that's the key. We got Shadow Ops RC in the chat. This is amazing. This is all butter and honey. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. So Red Cactus has eaten this once or twice, I'm not sure. So Chris, you like this knife? Yep, it's a good knife. It'll get the job done. See, man, I wish Fry TV now on the weight. You're 180 pounds. Yeah, let me show you something here.
Jared Allen said can you email us your address again, sir? Me and Bree would like to send you some stuff, our hero. Red Cactus
yeah, I'll do that.
Said I've eaten him once. Thinking about making more walnut butter so I can have some tonight.
So, this is before I started my fast. And I wasn't fasting to lose weight. I was fasting to clean my body out. So when I started my fast, I was about 146. That was a couple weeks ago, I can't remember.
Chris Oldham said I bet it could skin a deer in no time flat.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you eat venison?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was cooking venison a couple weeks ago. So I got down to, it was a 5-day fast. And at the end of the fast, I can't remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere around here, I was at my lowest weight. I think it was 138. And then I broke my fast and have been eating these pancakes for the most part the whole time. So 139, 139. Friday was 139. Saturday was 139. Sunday was 140.6. And then I had 2 meals yesterday, and I drank a lot of water. So mostly that's hydration. So I'm up to 142 after my fast, but that's mostly water because I've been hydrating my cells back with the proper sodium. Wow. All right. I think we officially got a full-blown blooper. I think we're good for the stream today. Let's visit Zed's art. It's going to be how much time we got? 36 minutes? Yeah, we're doing good. So I don't want to be eating on stream. Love you all. Haven't seen Zed in the chat, but there's his artwork. Oh, I also have a choker that I made, some jewelry. I used to make jewelry. How can I show this on stream? So this is a choker that I made. I'll put it on.
Jared
It looks
Allen
good.
said I go tomorrow for another echocardiogram. May have more blockage. Hope not. 4 stents is enough. Janice
Yeah,
M. said how are the birds doing? Chris Oldham said I was 138 once in the 4th grade.
Alright, so the choker looks good on me when I don't have a shirt on. So when I don't have a shirt, the choker looks really cool. And I made it out of electrical wire. And it fits just around my neck. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, it just doesn't show because of the shirt. But yeah, it looks really cool when I'm not wearing a shirt. Like the whole day, I never have my shirt on. I only put on a shirt for the stream. Alright, so these pancakes are amazing. So yeah, Jared, I'll email you my address for sure. And be looking forward to whatever you got going on there. Love you all. We might do this again tomorrow. I kind of want to do this again without a blooper. Next time I won't try to rush it. That extra minute that I should have left it cooking. Well, here's the problem. Because I was doing a video, I had the griddle too hot, about 100 degrees too hot. And number
Red
2,
Villa
when I was
said do you wear a shirt in the winter? I would get cold.
Yes, I wear a shirt in the winter, just not in the summer. So there's 2 reasons why I had the big fail. The pancake was too thick. The griddle was a little bit too hot, about 100 degrees. And when I was pouring on the griddle, I poured straight in the middle instead of doing the circuit like I normally do. So it spreads it out more of an even thin one. And that would have cooked more even. And it wouldn't have had the break in the middle. But yeah, I was also just, when you do stuff on stream, I was sitting there looking at the camera and not really, I was making sure I had the camera centered, because when I
Jared
do this...
Allen said big hugs and lots of love from me and Bree. Shush is right here watching and loving her bestest friend.
Give Bree a big hug for me there, Jared. Hi, Bree. Hope everything's going well for you. So when I'm doing the stream and looking at stuff, I'm having to look at this feed right here when I have the me cam on. So it's really kind of difficult to, or I have to look over at this screen to make sure it's so yeah, this one band stream, it's interesting, but I'm slowly getting better at it. See, Red's wanted me to get behind the scenes of the new setup. Now here's what we're working with right now. So I went from 2 monitors in here to 1 1080p. Okay, I remounted the camera for the stove, which is this camera right there. Alright. I put a monitor over here. Small old VGA monitor. This one here is not 1080p, but that's my mixing software and where I copy and paste stuff. This is where the bird cam is shared, so if we want to see the bird cam like this, that's what you see right there. Of course, if we want it full screen, we can make it full screen. We got some storms rolling in, so that's that. And then this is where Prism is and the sound effects. And I haven't used any sound effects today, but I needed a blooper sound effect, you know, like, I don't know.
Hot Pockets!
So altogether we have 4 monitors connected to the streaming system and the other camera system here. And here's some more artwork I worked on while I was coming up with this recipe. I had plenty of time to think. And then I also added wood across here to block some of the sound from the streaming PC up there. And to cover up the cabling, I added some old aged wood that I've got found on the property or had aged, going all the way across. And I also added the spark plug tester that I built right here. Redid some of the banned food items and toys that have been banned because they're not politically correct anymore, right there. I did some more flare right there. And I also added wood across here to cover up the cabling because the PVC pipe was on top of the bamboo there. I'm also going to be moving the deep freeze in the kitchen now. It was moved in the living room because there was no room for it at the time. And I'm going to make room for it now. So there's a little behind the scenes of the streaming setup. And I've done other little things here and there you can just probably see if you watch the stream every day.
Chris Oldham said that whole setup looks too cool, man.
And of course, I'm going to be doing something really cool to the hat. So the hat will have something special on it pretty soon. So we'll have some fun with the hat, that's for sure. Alright, we are out. Love you all. I got a pancake to eat. And I got a blooper video to edit. So I got to get that video out. Because that'll be great to have it on the beginning of the channel. We got the Zero TV squad. Yeah, and like I said, later Hector, Georgia Peach, Jared Allen, Shadow Ops, DNL Treasures, Chris, Janice M, Red Bimmer, Red Cactus. All you will probably do this again tomorrow. Later.
Chris Oldham said have a great day, Fry.
Later, Chris.
Jared Allen said we love you, our hero.
Later, Jared. So it's pretty comfortable. It's actually, and I guess I can let a little more air out. Yeah, it's really working out pretty good. You see, I can have my laptop right around here so I can do work if I need to or live stream. And the big test is can I sit up in here without hitting my head on this thing? And that is a yes. So now I'm sitting on it like a chair. And that worked out pretty good.
Slaves can get used to mac and cheese, macaroni and cheap cheddar melted together.
Mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese.
But look at that juice. The juice that comes out. My hand is dripping wet here because I have nothing but juice.
Adios, mofo.